When someone passes away, everything can feel a bit overwhelming, and one of the most common questions people have in those first few hours or days is, what do I actually need to do now? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the immediate practical steps to take after someone dies in England and Wales. This isn't about the full probate process, it's just the first stage to help you feel clear on what needs to happen right now. And if you're going through this at the moment, I'll keep this simple and practical. Just to mention, this video is part of a series where I explain probate and estate administration step by step. So if you're dealing with this process, it may help to follow along. The first step is to have the death formally confirmed. If the person passes away at home, you would usually contact their GP or call 111. If it happens in a hospital or care home, this will normally be handled for you. Once the death is confirmed, the next steps can begin. The death needs to be registered, usually within 5 days in England and Wales. You can book your appointment online or call if you prefer. You'll need to attend the register office and provide details about the person who has died. I always recommend taking the deceased's ID, such as a passport or birth certificate, if you can locate these. Registering the death is what allows the death certificate to be issued, which is needed for most of the next steps. Each bank and financial organisation will want to see an original death certificate. They won't accept a copy, so make sure to order enough. In most estates, you will need at least 5 originals. If you don't order enough certificates, this can cause delays, as you will need to wait for the organisation to return the original certificate before you can formally notify the next one. You'll also need to inform close family and relevant people. This isn't something that has to be rushed. It can be done at a pace that feels manageable, but it's usually one of the early steps. It's important to locate the will, if there is one. This tells you who the executors are and how the estate should be dealt with. The will is a key document for everything that follows. The will can also provide funeral wishes, or there may be a separate letter from the deceased placed with the will. However, don't panic if you can't locate a will at this stage. The next step is arranging the funeral. Sometimes the person will have left clear instructions or even prepaid arrangements. If not, the responsibility usually falls to the family or the executor. Funeral costs are paid from the estate, not personally. I do have a separate video about paying for the funeral on my channel, which may be helpful. Unless the deceased wanted to use a specific funeral director, you could obtain a few quotes. At an early stage, it's important to secure the person's assets. This might include making sure property is locked and insured, safeguarding valuables, and ensuring nothing is lost or damaged. This is part of protecting the estate. As soon as you can, you should use the government service called Tell Us Once. This will notify multiple government departments in one go. However, it doesn't inform all organisations, such as utilities, banks or pension providers, so you need to check who you need to contact based on the deceased's circumstances. If possible, within the first week, you should notify all of the banks and financial providers, including the mortgage company if applicable, so they can freeze and secure the accounts. One important point is this. There is no need to rush into major decisions straight away, such as making decisions about the property or investments. These come later. The focus at this stage is simply getting things organised. Once these immediate steps are dealt with, the next stage is the probate process itself.
That's where the estate is valued, legal authority is obtained, and everything is formally administered. The most important thing to remember is you don't need to do everything at once. If you take it step by step, the process becomes much more manageable. If you'd like something practical to follow, I've put together a free Executors checklist. It walks you through what needs to happen and in what order. You can download it using the link in the description. And if you'd like clear, practical guidance on probate in England and Wales, feel free to subscribe. I'll continue to explain each stage in a straightforward way.